When we think of economics, most of us immediately think of Adam Smith or Karl Marx. Maybe, if we're a bit more curious, Aristotle comes to mind as well. But there's something many people rarely talk about. A Muslim thinker from the Middle Ages who described today's economic problems almost exactly as we experience them. That person is Abu Hamid Al-Ghazali. About 1,000 years ago, he gave a warning. If money loses its moral foundation, society begins to rot from within. When you look around today, it feels almost unsettlingly familiar, doesn't it? Now picture this. It's around the year 1100. Europe is still in recovery, fragmented and poor. But the Islamic world is the complete opposite, vibrant and thriving. Baghdad, Damascus, Cairo, these cities are both financial and intellectual centers of their time. Trade routes are full, cities are prosperous, people are productive. But right in the middle of all this wealth, Ghazali notices that something isn't quite right. From the outside, everything looks perfect. But underneath, something is starting to decay. The question Ghazali asks is actually very simple, yet very profound. What happens when a society becomes wealthy faster than it becomes wise? To answer this, he turns his focus to money. But what makes him different is this: he doesn't treat money as just an economic tool. He treats it as a moral issue. According to Ghazali, money is something we greatly overestimate. He says, money is, at its core, a tool. It has no real value on its own. Its value comes from making exchange and cooperation possible. He explains this with a powerful analogy. Money is like a mirror. A mirror has no value by itself. Its value comes from what it reflects. Money works the same way. From here, he arrives at a critical idea. If money stops circulating, if people hoard it, then it becomes dead. Even today, this sounds familiar. When money doesn't flow, trade slows down, people struggle to find work, the economy begins to freeze. Ghazali compares this to the stopping of blood circulation. Then there's the issue of speculation. Ghazali strongly criticizes those who try to make money without contributing anything, just waiting for opportunities to exploit. For example, manipulating prices, creating artificial scarcity, profiting from crises. He is clearly against all of this, because to him, this is earning without producing. But to be clear, Ghazali is not against trade. On the contrary, he supports honest commerce. His problem is with fraudulent selling, hidden defects, misleading information, because these destroy trust. And according to Ghazali, the entire economy ultimately rests on one thing: trust. Another important issue he addresses is the role of the state. At the time, rulers would sometimes reduce the gold or silver content in coins to secretly theft, because it destroys trust in money, makes the poor even poorer, undermines the entire system from within. And perhaps his strongest idea is this: a society can survive poverty, but it cannot survive corruption. Because once corruption begins, trust disappears. People start deceiving one another, the system collapses from the inside. In reality, what Ghazali is saying is simple, but very harsh. Economies do not collapse because money runs out. They collapse because people stop trusting each other. Now let's return to today. Inequality is rising. Speculation is overtaking production. Trust in institutions is declining. Inflation is eroding purchasing power. All of these are things Ghazali talked about 1,000 years ago. In the end, his message still holds. Money is not valuable on its own. What gives it meaning is the trust people place in it. And once that trust is gone, the system